All right, what's up, cubies? So we're on this trip over to Starkville, and we thought it'd be a good idea to have a little podcast, kind of like what I did with Vincenzo a while back. We don't really know what we're gonna do yet, but we're gonna be kind of spontaneous and ask each other some questions to see in what way on this long drive can we make each other better. So I guess maybe a lot of pauses, a lot of awkwardness, but that's what we love about outside the cubicle. We love to be authentic and get better.
Yeah.
So does anyone here have any general questions? What do y'all think?
Let's see.
And the good thing is we can always cut it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we'll be cutting this out.
We'll be cutting this.
Yeah, like this right here. We may leave it. We may cut it.
No, we'll be cutting.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw the first question out there. So all of us have gotten to a really solid level. Like what are? I mean, first of all, Houston, tell me about yourself, and then Parker, tell them about yourself.
I am a 10.9 UTR. I am a 4-star in tennis recruiting, like 85 in the country.
How about you, P3?
I am a 10.5 UTR, and I am also a 4-star.
Yeah, and I've been playing with these guys a lot. I'm sure you've seen them in a lot of my videos, and they have been improving like crazy. Like a year ago, they're playing like toddlers, and now they're over here like beating me in like round short games. Not in sets yet, because I won't let them beat me in any sets yet.
No.
But these guys are getting really good, and they're on track to play at least some solid level D1 tennis.
Thank you.
Yes. But yeah, so back to my question. So how do you guys think you got to like where you are today?
Well, been playing tennis since I was 2 years old. Family has always been in tennis, so I grew up playing tennis like constantly ever since I was 2, 3, 4 years old. That's when I was
I can't even hold it.
That's when I was introduced into the sport. So then just playing junior tennis tournaments from a very young age, and never was really like highly ranked or anything until this past year or so, 2 years. I always used to not have a good mindset. I never used to give like full energy or full focus, even in practice and tournaments sometimes. Didn't really have a love for the game until I fractured my back in July of 2020. So that changed a lot for me. I was out for 7 months.
How old were you in 2020?
I was, 14, 15 at that time. So I was going through like a big growth spurt. So like I was kind of like the time that like usually everything starts to come together and stuff, and I had to sit that time out. But over that 7 months, I really started to like find like a true love for the game and like wanting to get better and wanting to work on my mindset, work on everything, and got back from my back injury, started to have a little bit more success because of like wanting to get better and trying to put forth the correct energy and attitude to get better. But not until this past summer that like I really started to figure out the mental side of tennis, which is by far the most important. Got the opportunity to play in a pro circuit tournament in Huntsville, and was able to get a big first round win, and that really was a very emotional win for me. It just like kind of showed that like all the work that I've been putting in, like especially with my mind and just like on the court and off the court stuff, that it all came together and I was able to beat a really good player. And then played Enzo in the second round, who's a fan favorite on the channel. Was pretty tight with him through 2 sets, and just going from that tournament and like just I found like a belief that like I have the opportunity to do some like really good things in the sport, and like just understanding that like what I've been doing, if I continue to do it, that like I can really do some good things. And so yeah, then from over the summer, I had a lot more success than I've ever had in my tennis career by far. I was able to win 2 tournaments, went on some good match winning streaks, won a couple rounds at Clay's and Kalamazoo, and now we're here talking with Mr. Outside the Cubicle on the way to a college circuit tournament.
Right. Totally.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about you, P3? And if you could, maybe just hold the camera like.
Oh yeah.
I will definitely not be able to talk that long. That was very good by Houston there. But I would say my tennis journey so far, I started probably at like 7, but not really. I didn't really play much. I just like played enough to be able to say I play tennis, but I probably played like 3 tournaments in like 3 years or something. And then I didn't start playing competitive tennis. Like I didn't play my first out of town tournament until 12, I think, in the 12s. And then I was a soccer player too. So I was playing a lot of soccer, probably more than tennis. And then at about 13 or 14, probably I think like 14, I quit soccer, and it's really been the tennis grind since then. But has probably hasn't been since like the last year or so, maybe the last 6 months even, that I've really wanted to, like, I don't know, just I'm a senior now, and being a senior, it's like got to put the work in. I always like knew, I was like, oh, I'll just get there, but it actually takes work to get there, and I've realized that, so we're gonna grind every day. I love that.
Gotcha. And then this is kind of a question like for all of us. I guess okay. So, there's a lot of, like, we're not the only ones that go out playing tennis like every day or so, or whatever. So a lot of people, like, they train a lot, but like, why do you think you guys are ranked above like people below you guys, and why do you think other people are ahead of you? Like, what do you think the difference is?
I would say fully, like I just kind of talked about, is it's all about the mental side of the game. It's everyone has the opportunity to play really high level tennis, like where we're at and stuff. But the ones that are separating themselves from the pack are definitely the ones that have the more stronger mental side to their game. But then on the court stuff, being able to see like a lot of the top players at Kalamazoo, being able to watch them, and just watching the pros is just their balance on the court. It never seems like they're off balance hitting a ball. It doesn't ever seem like they're on defense. They're always in control of the points. So I would say like those top players are the ones that separate us, definitely off the court and on the court with their mental, and then just the balance on the court.
I would say that I don't know, like whenever I wasn't as focused probably a year ago, I mean, I was playing just as much tennis, but I would say the practices weren't as intentional, I guess. There wasn't like a main goal going into practice, and I was just kind of out there hitting all the time. I mean, I was getting better, but I wasn't getting better as fast as I needed to. And now I'm going into practice every time with a goal set in mind, and just being able to focus on that and focus on the little things. And then like it's just also simple stuff like stretching and doing your little visualization from the AP Tennis app, shout out. And just the little things like that, making sure you're drinking well, eating well. It really has helped, like just the energy and everything just kind of come together better.
I've kind of got the same question for you, Mr. Cubicle.
Okay.
You got to play, 4 or 5 years of Division I college
Yeah,
tennis?
I got to play 5 years.
5 years Division I college tennis. Obviously, Gonzaga and Alabama are really good schools, but what do you think separates the guys that are not ranked in the country to the guys that are like top 25 college in the country?
So okay, so not ranked versus top 25.
Yeah.
So that's funny. That's a question I actually asked Enzo, because me myself, I've always been the unranked guy. I was never ranked in college tennis, but I don't know. That's actually a really tough question. I mean, like you said, like those guys are like really balanced and they just have really good like fundamentals and stuff. But there's, I think, the mental side's pretty huge. And I think it just really comes down to, I don't know, maybe just paying attention to more of the details and like everything you do. Just like everything you do has to have a purpose, and you got to recognize that purpose and kind of see like how that purpose is guiding you towards where you want to be. Like I know it's like really easy, like me myself when I was in college, a lot of times, like, sure, I give like full effort and practice, like no doubt about it. I was known for being hardworking and stuff, but me myself, I didn't really feel like I was out there to get better. I was there to make the coach happy and just like sweat a lot and get tired, but it didn't seem like I was really mentally focused in like improving anything. You know, it was really just, oh, I want to get through this practice, I can get to the weekend and just go have fun with my friends or whatever. You know, but like I think those guys that really embrace the college tennis experience and take advantage of all the resources that are given to them, I think those people are the ones that really take massive hops. Like for example, like Chris Eubanks and like Alex Kovacevic, those are two guys who I really realized just got a ton better in college. Like I think Eubanks, he came in like 30-something recruit, like kind of where I was. And then Kovacevic, he was kind of the same deal. He was in fact, he was like a 4-star, then got up to like a blue chip right before college, and then really brought that momentum in. And obviously I didn't really know these guys, I didn't see how they're training, but I imagine they really embraced it and really did everything they could to get better. Just kind of found an opportunity in everything they did.
Yeah.
So I think that might be the biggest separator between somebody who's ranked in college tennis and somebody who's not. That's my guess.
That's good. That's good stuff.
So noting what you guys said about like how you got better, how you got to where you are now, what do you guys think is the next step to going to that next level?
It's a tough one. That is tough.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're all trying to figure out.
Yeah. I would just kind of saying, just doing even more. Like obviously the mental training and stuff is huge, but like just doing more all around, like more practice, more mental training, the stretching and stuff, working harder in workouts, just like I think to get to the next level, it's just I feel like it's all about doing more stuff with like a great mindset.
I think you need to be just disciplined, like more disciplined. I mean, we do like me. I mean, I do all these things, but like I could do it, like you said, I could do it more. I could do it more consistently. You know, like just like the stretching example. I mean, that's not that huge, but it is very important. But I might do it like 3 times a week, 4 times a week, but I need to do it every single day. Just be more consistent and more disciplined in that area of just everything.
Yeah.
Right, and I feel like one thing that really helps with the discipline is if you like write yourself a roadmap, like you know exactly where you're gonna go, and you know like the steps you need to take to get there, and just like write it down. I feel like if you have like a visual roadmap of where you need to go and how like these steps are going to take you there, it makes it a lot easier to like, I don't know, be consistent or whatever. You just follow the map and you know what you're going to do is going to take you there if you execute it.
Yeah, I like that.
So I don't know, I think that's something I've tried to do, but honestly something I need to do a much better job of. And it's actually, in fact, I think I'm going to do that when I get home from this tournament. Gonna
I
make
say
a
we all do
roadmap.
it.
Yeah, let's all make some roadmaps.
Yeah. I've got a little bit more fun question for everyone.
All right.
Tell us your favorite tennis memory throughout your whole entire career.
Oh,
P3, I want you to start first.
Oh, I have no idea.
Come on.
I've really got to think.
I'll start. I would say this past summer, it was in June, at the end of June, we had this level 4 in Knoxville. It was a stacked level 4, and just me and P3 traveled down together with his dad a couple days before we traveled down a couple days before the tournament, or a day before the tournament, and got to hit on Thursday, then got to hit on Friday, then I played my first round on Saturday. Didn't have a tough round the first round on Saturday, or really the second round, so I got through those two pretty comfortably. But then the next day I had two really tough matches. One was against Blake Kilson, who's a really good player. I got to play him indoors in Knoxville. Was able to play really solid and win 4-1. And then I played a kid named Jack Demena, who is known to be a grinder. He's an unbelievable player. Played him indoors. Previously, I had played him twice and lost in the third set both times. And lost the first set again for the third straight time. I think it was 6-4. And then I was able to win the second set 6-4. And then started cramping just a little bit in that match. So physically, I was pretty tired. But I went into the tiebreaker just not really worrying about anything. I was just kind of having fun out on the court. Like it was just a good experience. We were both playing really good tennis, and I went out there with no pressure and was able to win that tiebreaker 10-8, hitting by far the best forehand I've ever hit in my entire life at 9-8 in the tiebreaker. So I made it to the semifinals, which was the next day. I played a guy who had played a really good tournament to get to the semifinals. I was able to win pretty easily. And then I played Adam Bain in the finals of the tournament. I was down 6-2, 2-0, 40-15 on his serve. And if I would have lost that game, the chances of me winning was probably very slim. But I was able to come back and win that game, which changed the whole momentum. I saved 2 match points. In the tiebreaker at 6-0, I was able to win the second 7-6, and then win the third set. I believe is 10-7 or 10-8. So that was the biggest tournament win I've ever had in my life by far. It was really huge, just like for the confidence and stuff, and just seeing that I can play at a really high level for 6 straight matches and get the job done.
Gonna go next, P3? Or me?
I still have no idea.
Okay. So I'm gonna do kind of 2 separate ones. I'm gonna go junior tennis, and then I'm gonna go college tennis. So junior tennis, I remember, man, that's good. I was thrown off because it's so close to me.
Oh.
Now it caught me off guard.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's good. It's good. It's a good angle. Okay, so junior tennis, that I always think immediately of national clay courts at Delray Beach and national hard courts at Kalamazoo. Especially Delray Beach. I can't really pinpoint it to like a specific moment, but I just remember like training in Sumter, South Carolina for that, and like the heat and just like the excitement of playing my first like big national tournament. That was just really exciting. I was just like, my adrenaline was just up for like a whole week before the tournament even started. So yeah, that was really fun. And then at the tournament, I just thought it was really cool because I was used to seeing the same guys in all the Southern tournaments, just like the same cliques walking around, the same top 20 people or whatever. And then like you go to this national tournament, you get to see like the good players from all over, and it's kind of cool to see like everyone kind of blend together. And I played amazing tennis there too. Like I was beating everyone like 1-1, 1-0. Actually, I lost my first round in 3 sets, but then I was just killing it in the consolation. Just like, it was insane. I was beating guys that are like currently top 1,000 in the world. I was beating them like 1-1. Like 2-1.
That's crazy.
Which was insane. It was just so fun. I love the clay, and I love Delray Beach. I love that beach life. Love that humidity. And just loved riding on the clay. So that's great. And then Kalamazoo, I just loved all the hype behind it. I love them announcing your names on like the little intercom thing, and just like really felt like you're playing in a professional event. And also was looking forward to that eventual opportunity to play on the court with like line judges and ball boys, which that never happened even when I played Stefan Kozlov, a number 3 seed. But it was exciting knowing that that could happen. And yeah, it just felt really cool. And then as far as college tennis goes, that whole thing was an incredible experience, and there's just like, I definitely can't pinpoint it to one because words can't even explain like how good of a time that was. But really, whenever I think back to college, I think back to like my teammates and how tight we were and everything we did on and off the court, because that's what really made it special. So yeah.
Be free.
I would say, it's hard to figure out one good memory, but Southern Cup is a great memory. It's probably the funnest tournament of the year. It's 3 people per age division for boys and girls for the state, all on a team competing against the 8 other southern states or whatever, and it's just super fun. It's just got that team aspect that you love. You're cheering on your teammates, just making more friends and all that, and especially when you play good, it's fun because you got everybody watching, so it's fun to play.
Looks like you're actually wearing that shirt right now from last year. It's special stuff.
That's wild. But when y'all played like Arkansas, were they always yelling like "Let's go Hogs"?
Arkansas is trash.
Yeah,
Arkansas. That was our big rival back when they were playing Southern Cup. It was a love-hate.
Take a 2-second break.
Yeah, gonna stop it.
Yeah.